Good morning. It's Monday morning, new start of the week. Let's get started. I'm going to use my Fenty Skin for moisturizer this morning. Vaseline for the lips. Okay, and usually I apply my moisturizer first so I can let it kind of set into my skin, and then I go in with my foundation. That's why usually I start with eyebrows and eyeshadow first to give time for the face to kind of absorb as much as it can. So today I'm going to use the Brow Stylist by L'Oreal. I have the brush. I'm just going to comb this out. And just fill in. I like the pencil because it really makes it look super natural. Like the fill-in is not harsh at all. It's very natural looking. The eyebrow versus the eyebrow. Now on the other side, I'm gonna do the brow pomade, the eyebrow pomade, so you can kind of see a difference. So I have clean brushes because I washed them yesterday. So you can see the difference. This one is much more defined than this one. That's why I use the brow pomade to make the shape, but if you want to go in with a more natural looking, then like a pencil is nice. I do want to do an eyeshadow today. I'm feeling very green, as you can see. So let's do that, shall we? I'm going to use some concealer to carve out my under eye. So I'm going to use a flat brush. Clean concealer brush. So I'm going to use the Juvia's Place. This is the Magic Mini. And these are the colors. Because I have hooded eyes, I need to get the eyeshadow up till here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use color Nana, and I'm gonna just take it right here. I think it's actually the color of my actually the color of the eyeshadow. I mean, the concealer. Okay, I'm gonna take this light color for LA Girls, and I'm just gonna go above here a little. Too dark. Take my two. Let's now pop out with the color Yara. Just put it right here. Now I'm going to take the Coffee Shop and I'm going to add a little darkness right there. Just a tad. just maybe a little bit of a darker brown to pat right here. Perfect. So now that my moisturizer has kind of melted a little bit into my skin, I'm gonna use a primer next. So this is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Looks like this. And the key for this is just taking some and you're just going to put it over areas that you have like larger pores and you want a smoother application. So cheeks, forehead, nose, and you don't rub it in, you just layer it on top. Layer it on and layer. Basically, if you blend in the primer, you're gonna see these little residual things and you're gonna have to take it all off and do it again. Don't blend it, it's just a layer over your moisturized skin. Let's do foundation. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty foundation stick. I like this one when I go to work because it's easy. I just have to like directly do face. So take my clean foundation brush, pat in, I'm gonna do contour. Okay, I'm gonna use my Makeup Revolution contour stick and I'm going to put it right over my bone, or right on my bone actually, because I have a round face. I just cut into it like this, and then I always do the nose, that, and then right here. That's it. Clean brush, and then again just pat, and I'm going to bring it up, not down. Nose, put it right into the eyebrow, right into the eyebrow. Shadows created. You're gonna take your blush and you're gonna place it right above where you put the contour. So right there, right there. Okay. And I'm going to blend out my blush before I put down concealer. I like to use like an angled brush. This is by Real Techniques. And just blend. So this is the cream part first. Everything cream first. Powders second. You see how my blush looks? Very pink, very blushy. But once we put the concealer down, it's gonna blend together so nicely. It's beautiful. Concealer, I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty. This color is in Peanut Butter. That the flat brush from earlier. And let's put it down. I also want to add like a light color because it's a very, it's a pretty color, but I need a lighter color to go with it. I'm going to use my Tarte and just add a little bit there. And that's really it, maybe right there. And then just like right there. We're gonna work the outside of the face first and then move in. So this is a more even Real Techniques brush, and just blend. Okay. You see how it blended into the blush? And it's not so pink anymore? It's pretty. Perfect. Now I'm gonna take a clean beauty blender. This is a little moist too because I washed these yesterday. And just make sure everything is even and smooth. Blend all this in, blend in this area, and then I'm going to take there. So while we give it a chance to dry under the eyes, I do want to set my contour. So you're going to use like a powder contour. I'm going to use my Smashbox, and you're going to just grab, I usually use like a small fluffy angled brush. And then pat that area in. Don't forget your nose. So wherever you did that cream contour, you're gonna do the contour powder as well. Okay, perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the outside of my face. Now I like to go in with a brush first. These are by Mond, these are clean. So I used to like the big fluffy brush. Dip it in your, take the excess off, and then just and then I'm going to turn it around and use a smaller, and just, it gives it a more natural finish. It really does. Okay, same thing under eyes. You can see the difference already. much powder. Then I'm gonna use my One Size powder. I'm gonna take my powder puff, and I usually wipe off some excess, but I'm not today. I'm just gonna go right in. Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier. This is in translucent medium deep, and I'm gonna go over, I like to go over my contour. See how golden that is? I like that. Okay, use my Maybelline blush palette, and I take like an angled brush here and pat. I take my highlight. Take my Morph spray. Ooh. Now I'm gonna take some brown and put it under my eyes, like I always do. Look at the difference already. It brings it together. Let's do a mascara. I'm going to use my e.l.f. mascara. I'm going to let it dry and then do another layer. Okay. Okay, let's do lips. I'm going to use my Danessa Myricks, the waterproof. This is an 09 as a lip liner just because it lasts all day, and I love that so much. And I'll reinforce it with the lip liner as well. Just goes on so nice. Used one of these brushes. Let that dry down a little bit. And I'm just gonna take like a regular lip liner in brown and just go over it. Gonna help it last a little bit longer. Layers with makeup. Layers, layers, layers. Okay. Now, let's do the Lippie. Okay, so I'm gonna do the T.A. Patrick. This is in She's Unapologetic. Take a brush. Beautiful. Let's do another spray and then we're done. That's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.